All right, child, I'm going to end this episode like I always do. Showing love and shouting out. And today, I would like to say, long live the young man, Trey Reed. This young man's death has been a lightning rod on social media. Um, his death uh, and the context of it has all the characteristics of something that goes viral on social media. This country is in a worse place than I've seen in my 40 years of life. And I was born during the Reagan era. I consider myself raised in the 90s. Rodney King, OJ was in high school in the 2000s. Bush administration. Got married in the same year Obama was elected. And of course, I live in the era of Trump. I survived COVID. I remember what I thought was a movement after George Floyd was lynched. And yes, that was a lynching. Okay. It doesn't have to just be a hanging for somebody to be lynched. That was a lynching. So I totally understand why my people and our allies are so on edge about Trey Reed's death. You have a young black man hanging from a tree in Mississippi. Not only Mississippi, the Mississippi Delta. At a PWI. This is after black people were threatened, particularly HBCUs were threatened after Charlie Kirk's murder. And like I said, this is Donald Trump's America. Well, motherfuckers just feel like they are emboldened to be violent or say whatever the fuck they want to say when it comes to race. But y'all, the reports are true. That young king took his own life, y'all. That young king took his own life. Now I know somebody's out there now. First, come on now, first. What the hell going on? You telling me you believe these folks? Not first. Hold on now. Hold on. I hope that I've done enough in my career as an entertainer. I hope I've done enough in these previous 235 episodes of Put It On Something to show you that I am truly the realest, that I'm a credible motherfucker, that I'm not finna get on here and just say no bullshit, that I'm definitely not afraid to call out racism, no matter how controversial it is. On this program, I've called for the governor of Mississippi to go to prison, for Brett Favre to go to prison, for Donald Trump, the president of the United States, to go to prison. You feel me? These are folks that can have me killed. And I've done that. So I would hope that I've built up enough trust with y'all that y'all will believe me when I say this young man did, in fact, take his own life. It's on tape, y'all. It's on tape. No one else was there. Now you might say, well, first, how you know? You seen the tape? No, I haven't seen the tape. But I have great sources. Very, very, very credible sources. So I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. That young man took his own life. Again, I'm sure it's a bunch of legal shit. And maybe respect for the young man and his family and his loved ones that they just didn't release the tape. When it comes to the broken bones thing, I know there's a picture floating around that makes it seem like that. But the young man, his foot got caught in the tree because there's nobody else on the tape. Based on my sources, the young man had told at least one other person that he was going to do it. I'm not going to go into who that person was, anything like that. But my sources say that young man told at least one other person that he was going to kill himself. My sources also revealed that the young man had reached out to other people besides that person, that he had reached out to people but didn't receive a response. My sources tell me that the family has viewed the tape. Okay? That there was supposed to be some press conference that was going to be held, and that the press conference got called off after the family saw the tape. So while I know Ben Crump is on the case, while I know Real One Colin Kaepernick putting up his own money or his foundation's money or paying for, however he paying for it, Colin Kaepernick paying for another autopsy. I know that people I respect, like Bennett Thompson, have made posts about it. Other prominent Democrats have said things about it. Some real ones throughout the country have said things about it and trying to draw attention to it. And I appreciate all of y'all for caring about this shit like that. You feel me? I would hope that motherfuckers would care about me like that. You know what I'm talking about? I would hope. And I would like to say a big fuck you to those of you who did not care or do not care, and y'all were just trying to go viral and capitalize off this moment. But the truth is that the young man did take his own life, y'all. Those are the facts as revealed to me by my sources. So instead of talking about a lynching in Mississippi, and I'm strictly talking about the Trey Reed situation. I don't know about the other incident in Vicksburg. Okay, I would have to look more into that. And I apologize. This incident had really done something to me because my initial thoughts was that somebody had lynched this young man. That was my first thing. If I wasn't privy to all of this information, I would feel like many of those people who have been on the internet saying all these kind of things. I really would, especially in this very contentious, violent moment that we're in. Okay, I feel y'all. But the tape, there's a tape. Okay? Cameras caught it. People saw the young man on campus being very distraught. Somebody asked him if he was all right. He didn't respond. These are the facts as revealed to me by numerous sources. Okay? So I understand y'all feeling, and I appreciate your passion. But now let's not allow Trey's life to be in vain. Now, let's take that passion and talk about suicide prevention, because this is Suicide Prevention Month, y'all. And we got a young black man who, from what I read, the high school teachers talking about how smart the young man was. And now he's not here. Let's take that passion and talk about preventing the next Trey Reed. Let's talk about the warning signs. There were signs. If you looked at the young man's social media, there were signs. Let's talk about how we need to take those goddamn signs seriously. Let's talk about how we need to stop acting like people are just playing or people just want attention. Let's talk about ways to intervene. Let's talk about answering the motherfucking phone, responding to that text, pulling up just to check on them. Let's talk about those things. Let's talk about therapy. Quit buying this shit that, just pray about it. I pray as well, but God also gave me a goddamn brain. God gave me a brain. And God has given other people brains as well. And some of these folks in this world use those brains to go to school to be a therapist. And so God then put folks on this earth who are trained to help us when we're dealing with mental anguish. I would think God wants us to use those people. I ain't telling y'all nothing I ain't doing. I go to therapy right now. I go to therapy at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I don't know when y'all gonna be watching this, but I'm filming this right now on Monday night. I go to therapy tomorrow. I've been going twice a week for quite some time now. I was going once a week, but goddamn it, I guess my therapist thought I'm so fucked up that after my mom's passing, all the bullshit in my family and all the other deep shit I got stored up in me that I've been through in my fucking life, she said, hey, shit, you need 2 days a week. And I've been going. And when she gives me some homework, I do it. Saw some bullshit online talking about, and this shit went viral too, talking about my therapist gonna give me some homework like like I'm gonna do it. Bitch, what? Bitch, what? That's like a motherfucker breaking their leg and saying my doctor told me to wear this cast like I'm gonna do it. That's like a motherfucker saying, oh, I got cancer and my doctor told me something. I need to get chemo treatments like I'm gonna do it. The fuck wrong with us, man? Let's talk about that shit. Let's talk about medicine. Some of the shit we got going on with us can't be treated with medicine. And I ain't talking about no street drugs and shit. There's some low doses of meds that can goddamn regulate your mood, treat anxiety, treat your depression, all that shit. So somewhere between having family, friends who know the warning signs, who are willing to intervene, and you going to therapy, and you're taking your medicine if you need to be medicated, between all that shit, god damn it, we need to prevent the next Trey Reed. That way that young brother's life won't be in vain, man. That young brother was gonna be something. And if we do this right, he still can be something. Let him be an example. Somebody who was hurting, somebody who was crying out for help, and whose cries went unheard. Okay? So long live Trey Reed. May his life not be in vain. And shout out to all y'all real ones out there. This has concluded episode 236 of the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on some. I appreciate y'all. And I love y'all. I love y'all. Okay? If you ain't heard another motherfucker tell you today, you heard your homeboy first tell you, I love you. As always. One. I appreciate you watching. I think you'll enjoy these other videos too. So check them out now.